Hello, viewers, and welcome to update number one here on Tropical Cyclone Sarai. This is just recently formed just to the northwest of Fiji and is bringing effects to the islands right now as we're speaking. Sarai was just named earlier today, has winds of 45 knots or 50 miles an hour with a minimum central pressure estimated of around 995 HPA. Is currently located about 14.4 south, 175.8 east, and is currently moving to the south. We're going to take a look at some radar here from Fiji, and you can see it's not quite visible yet on the radar. It's still well up off to the north and west here. We will probably see the center start to come into this radar image within the next 12 hours or so, as it's going to be a very close passage. How close? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at some warnings. You can see here that pretty much all of Viti Levu and Vanua Levu are underneath the deep orange here, and that is a tropical cyclone warning. That means that you're going to get tropical storm force conditions within the next 24 hours if you're not getting them right now. You can see here Nadi, Udu Point, Kadavu, all underneath the orange. You can see the lighter orange here. That's just an advisory that says that tropical cyclone conditions are possible within the next 36 hours, and that will include Kabara and Oneilau. Taking a look at a full cone here from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, you can see that the storm is expected to pass very close to Nadi and Viti Levu in general here, and it's expected to strengthen a little bit as well, possibly even getting to hurricane strength on the Saffir-Simpson scale. Since this storm is not currently expected to make a landfall, it does not have a CDPS rating, or projected CDPS rating, I should say. The rainfall estimates are expected to be around 200 millimeters on Viti Levu at most. There are some models like the HWR that expect it to stall out here at the 3-day mark. However, that's going to be well out here and won't be affecting the two major islands. We go ahead and take a look at sea surface temperatures. Yep, they're definitely conductive for strengthening right now, to say the least. However, once the storm ends up taking that easterly turn to the south of Viti Levu and starts slowing down a little bit, you can see that's going to be running into some colder 27, 26 degree waters. That's not exactly going to be conductive for development, to say the least. So it's likely going to be a minimal hurricane at best. Taking a look at wind shear, well, you can see where the storm is here. It's in this giant blue hole, and although it looks like that it's moving into a place of high wind shear, you can see all of these dashed lines here. When you see these dashed lines, that means that wind shear is decreasing, and you can see here minus 20, minus 20, minus 20. So minus 20s all around here means that the wind shear in this area is decreasing in a hurry. So wind shear probably not going to be the largest factor until well into the forecast period. Until it gets way out here, then it will probably re-strengthen. But as of right now, does not look like that wind shear is going to be a significant inhibiting factor here for Tropical Cyclone Sarai. Let's take a look at some spaghetti models. Let's just see how much in agreement are the models right now. We take a look at the GFS ensembles. You can see here pretty much for the next 3 days, they're pretty much right in agreement. Storm's going to move due south over the next 24 hours or so. Take an easterly turn that takes it pretty close to Viti Levu. Continues on to the east, pretty much just misses it. Reaches peak strength right around here. And then after the 3-day mark, as you can see, the spread gets really big. There's some indication maybe a northward turn, maybe a southward turn. So it's really difficult to say what the storm's going to be doing once it ends up getting east of these minor islands here in Fiji. But to say the least, the models are in pretty good agreement, at least in the short term, of what the storm's going to be doing. A landfall on one of the two major islands seems very unlikely at this point. So that's going to end up concluding this update here. If you like what you're seeing, of course, go ahead and subscribe to us to stay informed on future updates with this storm and others. For those that are out there watching in Fiji, of course, stay safe. Make sure that you're taking all of your necessary storm preparations if they're not done already. Obviously, rain is currently coming down there right now. Just stay safe out there and stay tuned for further updates here from Force 13.